right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Here's the screen. 4 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. George with no one around. Good on the three-point shot. George has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. James kicks to Irving. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. James dishes to Love. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. A three-pointer off the mark. The Pacers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. George passes to Freak. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. No good from Fry.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
In the corner, Stuckey with it, and stolen by Love. Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Shumpert comes in for LeBron. And the Pacers also making a change. Miles is checked in. Picked by Mozgov. The drive by Shumpert. Up off the screen. And Miles kicks to Freak. Right side Hill. Up top Mahimi. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cavaliers lead by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited.
Again, just another part of the maturation. LeBron's checked in for Shumpert, and Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. George is checked in for C.J. Miles. And Freak subbed in for Ellis. On the court right now for the Pacers. Freak in a 2-guard. Paul George is out there with Hill. Then there's Hill, and it's Mahimi in at the center. From deep. And it's Freak missing. Cleveland leading by 13. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
George dishes to Hill. Pick up by Hill. Here's Freak. From outside, off the mark. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Irving does. double team. And here's Fry from the arc. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Fry's got 5 points in the quarter.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Indiana.
Rodney Stuckey.
.127 left in the first half. There's a good screen. And on the way from Irving for 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
And here's Freak. 5 to shoot. George against James. A nice shot by George.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Now, here is Irving. He's covered closely. Off the pick. Again, the Cavaliers score.
And they've done a great job of just keeping the pressure up on the scoreboard.
And that's why they're starting to pull away. I mean, not becoming conservative at all. Just adding to the lead. I love seeing a team do that.
Move the ball.
To the paint. The reverse. It's deflected. Now here's Freak. Covered by Irving. Here's the teardrop. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. The Cavaliers leading by 19. James with it. He had 19 points in the win against Philadelphia.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
A dominating...
Well, Coach Volk.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. Amon Shumpert is out there with Channing Fry. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Irving at the 5. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Mahinmi passes to Freak. Out to the right wing. Outside Hill. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, Stuckey with it. No good from outside.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Passes it to Miles. Fires for 3. Count the bucket. Miles has got 6 points.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Here's Dellavedova. He's guarded by Stuckey. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Here's Fry. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. He has 7.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
The dish now to Mahimi. On the wing, Stuckey. And again, it's Indiana.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Heat.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. This is a positive trend for them, especially here in the second half. Shooting just above 80% right now. That's more than respectable. That's good free throw shooting.
For Indiana, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Now, Freak. Outside Hill. From beyond the arc. The Cavaliers pull it in. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
And going back to last year.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
On the court for Indiana. Freak in at point guard. Hill is out there with Solomon Hill. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. And it's Miles in at the 3 spot. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shot.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Dellavedova. He's guarded by Stuckey. And here's Fry for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 4th assist in this one. Indiana's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Hill, a screen on Shumpert. Stuckey kicks to Freak. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that 3-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
There's the pick. Here's Dellavedova. Feeds to Fry. Lots of room. And that's collected by Hill.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Cleveland.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
32 seconds left in the game. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Outside, Jones. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And he gets it to go.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Now here's Freak. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke.
Kevin, thank
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving. And how'd you feel about his performance, Shaq?
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
What a life, eh, Freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Bad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell and my mom's friend.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap.
On some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and now I'm fed it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we could do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Nothing goes together like the Pacers and Indiana as we get ready for an interconference contest here in Indianapolis. The Warriors are in the midst of a road trip going into this one. Well, they're entering a bit. Mahimi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. And Freak subbed in for George Hill. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Setting the floor for the Warriors, Barnes and Green are the forward set. Curry is out there with Livingston, and it's Spates in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Shot clock at 3, and it's Freak missing. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
A key concern for his side is how to keep Monte Ellis from running amok on their defense. He said there are very few players in the league who can take a sliver or a seam in a defense and turn it into 2 points as efficiently as Monte Ellis does. He said one step and he's at the rim. We have to move our feet as a unit or he'll get to the rim all game long. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Right side, George. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. The Warriors, number 1. Second, the Pacers.
And both of these teams are really lighting it up from long range, shooting with tremendous confidence. This is a great game to watch. You almost have to expect a shootout when they meet.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Golden State. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Stuckey.
And let's take a look at Steph Curry's numbers. He's been dominant over the last month. 3rd in scoring, 9th in three-point field goal percentage. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
You know, to do what he does, you have to have that scorer's mentality. I mean, he knows he's the go-to guy, and everybody else knows it too.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Stuckey dishes to Freak. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Warriors trailing. Barnes kicks to Varejau. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. The Pacers have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Pass to Mahimi. Over to the left wing. The pass to Stuckey. He kicks it to Freak. From deep. Warriors with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
He got it! He caught it!
My goodness. The fans are loving it, Kevin. What a shot.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, so an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Lavoy Allen. Monte Ellis checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And Freak subbed in for George Hill. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Freak, he's in at the point. Hill is out there with Mahimi. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ellis in at the shooting guard position. That's the Pacers' 5. Thompson passes to Curry. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Pass to Freak. There's the screen. Pass to Mahimi. And Hill has it in the corner to the inside. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Hill. Freak's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pacers.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
And the Warriors making a change here. Verjau's checked in. On defense, Indiana. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Outside Hill. Just 5 to shoot. He tries for 3. Kept alive by Indiana. Ellis against Barnes. The drive by Ellis. Verjau grabs the board.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now, Freak. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Barnes can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Freak. Offensive rebound. Hill. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hill's got his first bucket of the night.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Pacers lead by 4.
Kevin, thank you.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Then for the Warriors, Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Livingston is out there with Curry. And it's Varejao in at the center. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Stephen Curry.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And the basket by Hill. Here's Curry. He's got 13. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23 and 18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago. Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass really badly in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Green with a screen for Barnes. Back to Green. No one near him. Rebound by Mahinmi. Mahimi's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Freak throws it down.
What a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Curry against Hill. Floats one up and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the past, Clark, we'd see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive players.
Well, I think guarding two guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end, but recently Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
Pick up by Hill. Here's Miles. An easy 2 points on the layup. Miles has got his first basket.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Kicks it to Spates. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Now here's Freak. No good trying to beat the buzzer. Well, welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th. Indiana making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Turner, and Freak subbed in for Hill. Golden State also making some changes. Green comes in for Andrew Bogut, and it's Harrison Barnes in for Maurice Spates. Freak in at point guard. Lavoy Allen out there with Paul George. Then there's Ian Mahimi, and it's Ellis in at the 2 guard. That's the Pacers 5. And George kicks to Allen, right at the free throw line. There's the bucket, good. And the Pacers lead by 12.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
And Curry, here we go. Nobody near Barnes. And it's Freak with the rebound. And it's Indiana's ball. Fires the 3. No good. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Even early on in this.
Guys, Paul George.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, George Hill.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunity.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, you know, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, Look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's
Mr. Dom Pagnotti.